Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, Jesse with the Common Nerd, bringing you pop culture and all things right through common sense lens. And, you know, obviously the PR disaster that has been surrounding Snow White lands solely in the lap of Rachel Zegler and, of course, the Disney executives that hired her. But needless to say, boys and girls, I think anybody out there can tell it's pretty obvious that she's out of control and always going to end up continuing to damage this movie more and more, which is already expected to be an absolute box office disaster. Well, ladies and gentlemen, apparently it turns out not even the House of Mouse and all their power and all their influence can get this woman to shut her mouth, because insider reports are saying, guess what? Disney reportedly doesn't know what to do with out of control Rachel Zegler as Snow White promotion falls apart. Oh, and color us shocked there. Does that surprise anyone in any shape or form? I mean, this woman just continues to go out there and poke the bear over and over again. It's like the old saying from Michael Jordan, Republicans buy shoes too, but guess what? She's an activist, she's possessed by the spirit of the age, and she is absolutely down with the cult and will continue promoting that stuff and turning everything into a disastrous dumpster fire. The only nice part about it is at least it seems like after this debacle, Disney will never hire her again. So we win, I guess, in a way? I don't know. Either way, we're going to check out this article from thatparkplace.com, getting all of the juicy details and see exactly what these inside sources are saying behind the scenes. But before we do, if you do enjoy our content, hit that like button, share with all your friends, and subscribe or follow if you have not already, boys and girls, because we are grinding, we are growing. We just crossed 1,600. We're on our way to 17, and I could not do that without every single one of you. Also, leave us a comment in the section down below. Let me know what you think about this. Does it surprise you at all with the way her behavior has been that Disney itself can't control her? And even after all of the election backlash, the best we got was a very corporate apology. Does it surprise anybody in any shape or form that the House of Mouse themselves can't control this crazy activist cult member? Let us know what you think about all that in the comment section down below. And if you'd like to support the channel, please check out the links in the description as well. All right, from that Park Place on our dear sweet Montenero. The Snow White disaster keeps getting worse. According to page 6, Disney executives have been struggling to rein in lead actress Rachel Zegler, describing her as out of control, cue the intro to Cyberpunk 2077 Edge Runners, and refusing to listen to direct requests from company higher-ups. In a desperate move to contain the damage, Disney is now leaning towards having select influencers interview Zegler rather than traditional press outlets, an apparent attempt to control the narrative and avoid further controversy, because of course, you use those insiders, those people that we talk about access media all the time, right? Those influencers, they get these kind of meetings, they get to go behind the scenes over there at Disney, Star Wars, and rub shoulders with all the people, all the showrunners and stuff. Yeah, those people that aren't shills for any of this kind of stuff. Yeah, that's literally the only people that are going to have access to her. They're not even going to give their Hollywood Reporter crony friends access to her, because obviously we've seen how that's gone in the back. So it's literally going to be like a list of questions that you can ask, and she's already going to have her responses listed out for her as well, because yeah, this is not going very well at all. That'll be interesting to see if she can keep her mouth shut even in those kind of situations. Insiders told page 6 that Disney tried to multiple times to get Zegler to tone down her controversial statements, but she has refused to comply. Disney lead actress is out of control, the movie insider said. They don't know what to do. She's an outspoken 20-something, and Disney chiefs have called her directly. Disney's chiefs called her directly, literally picked up the phone and was like, what the hell are you doing? And asked her to tone down her posts. They called her management, but she won't listen. Well, that is narcissism to a T, isn't it? And that's exactly what we've seen from her, from the weird, all the way down to it. She always thought she knew best, because that's exactly what all these little cult members are brainwashed to believe. And it's insane, sad, and pathetic how much of this new generation has been captured by the spirit of the age. And Zegler is top dog in the public eye for this kind of nonsense. The source went on to reveal that Zegler's political outbursts, particularly her insistence on tying her activism directly to the promotion of Snow White, have made the situation even worse. It's been the way the entire way through filming, but it's the tying of her politics to Snow White that is upsetting. Yeah, really not a great idea to latch politics onto, I don't know, a fantasy movie set in an alternate timeline, like alternate reality. Like, come on, boys and girls. Yeah, it doesn't really go over very well, does it? These remarks add fuel to the fire that surrounded Zegler for years, from her dismissive comments about the original 1937 film to her aggressive political rants, including her infamous post-election meltdowns where she wished Trump supporters would never know peace. With Zegler proving to be a PR nightmare, Disney has apparently made the decision to skip traditional press interviews and instead rely on carefully selected influencers to help shape the film's publicity. Disney is leaning towards having influencers to interview Rachel and Gal for the promotion days on Sunday and Monday. An industry insider told Page Six they want to concentrate on the content. They want to concentrate on the content. They want to control the content is what they're after. And hey, you know what? It doesn't matter. The ship sailed, right? Like it's over for this movie. The damage is already done. It doesn't matter how many PR spin nonsense garbage is. Basically, at this point, all you're trying to do is make it to where it can't possibly get any worse. But it's already done. This movie's already cost you hundreds of millions of dollars, and Disney knows it. This movie suggests that Disney is trying to avoid tough questions about from the media and instead push positive talking points through carefully selected Disney-friendly social media personalities who won't challenge Zegler's past statements. The decision also follows Disney's bizarre handling of the film's premiere, where the studio barred Standard from the red carpet. We talked about all of that, yada, yada, yada. Zegler's role in the backlash. Obviously, we've done plenty of videos over all of this kind of stuff. We talked about the whole being weird, the wheel, weird. And then obviously all the political controversies, saying that Snow White scared her as a kid and like all of this other kind of stuff, even though we've got pictures of her dressed up as Snow White and a kid, and all it'll be about representation and how she wasn't going to bleach her skin and yada, yada, yada. And it doesn't matter. This movie comes out next weekend, and it's going to be a disastrous dumpster fire. And we're going to report to that on you because that's exactly what Disney deserves. They need to get called out for this stuff. And Rachel Zegler needs to understand her part that she played in this. This is going to cost the studio hundreds of millions of dollars. And you can slowly lay most of the blame at her feet, because she couldn't keep her stupid mouth shut. So anybody out there that might even be interested in giving this movie a chance, after all the nonsense garbage, is going to be even zero chance of that happening even now. And we've already seen the pre-ticket sales. We've seen the pictures of that kind of stuff. No one's pre-ordering tickets for this movie. No one's going to go see this. It's going to be a disaster if it's dumpster fire. And guess what? It's what Disney deserves. They have spent tens of billions, hundreds of billions of dollars going for tracing this diversity, equity, and inclusion nonsense, right? This new modern audience that doesn't exist. It never has, and it never will. These are timeless classics for a reason. They tell timeless stories that last through generations. There's a reason why so many generations growing up in the West have all seen a movie from 1937, because it's timeless, it's a classic, and everybody loves it. So when you go out there and you try to reinvent the wheel, you try to go out there and think you can make a version of it better, make it in your own image, like you can be like the Most High. It never works out. Pride before the fall, and it happens every single time. And the people over at Disney that were oh so proudful thought that, hey, all those stupid consumers out there, that if we slap the Disney brand on it, they'll show up for anything. Well, guess what? You've had a very rude awakening, and next weekend's box office is going to be another rude awakening, not only for Disney, but Rachel Zegler and her big fat mouth as well. And I can't wait for it, boys and girls.